Welcome to AWS Studio. I'm Vara Prasad Talari. I'm joined by Bupesh Agarwal and Virgilio Fiorese to discuss the evolution of private wireless network and the rich partnership that we are having between Intel and Amdocs. So we at AWS, we see the value of partnership in building our integrated private wireless network offering that minimizes the cost, reduces the complexity, and brings the value for end customers in their private wireless network journey. I'd like to turn to Bupesh and ask him about Intel's journey in this partnership and how they have developed features in accelerating this journey and leveraging the power of cloud with AWS, and how they can jointly collaborate with Amdocs to build this solution.
Thanks, Vara. Right, very delighted to be here, right, and really in a good company of friends like Vico. Intel, we realized that we have been working in private wireless for last 4 or 5 years. We realized that it's a new category in the telecom space. We also realize the potential that it's going to have over the long term. So our number one goal right now is to enable the ecosystem, because the bigger the ecosystem is, all the partners will succeed, and it's good for the industry, it's good for everyone. And so we came up with a 3-pronged strategy. The first strategy is to work with the solution providers like AWS. Second strategy is to work, the second leg is the working with the system integrators like Amdocs, because that provides the scale. And the third one is to work with the enterprises, because that creates the push and pull. Why did we come up with this 3-pronged strategy? Because private wireless is not data center. Private wireless is not edge. Private wireless is not just connectivity. And private wireless is not just about the devices. It's everything together.
Absolutely.
And when we have everything together, the enterprises, they don't just need one of these pieces. They need everything. So enterprises are saying, guys, we have some business problem to solve. Can you solve it? But at an end-to-end level. And this is where we are so excited about our partnership with AWS and Amdocs, because with all your capabilities that you have from edge to cloud, all the integration capabilities that Amdocs brings, it brings a perfect combination of Intel's assets using AWS capabilities and Amdocs expertise.
Thank you. Vico, I would like to turn to you. What are you hearing from customers on the features and newer solutions, and how you're harnessing the power, what Bhupal just talked about, what Intel is bringing through, and the power of AWS Cloud? Would you briefly?
Yeah, of course. So first of all, thank you very much to be here. Like we were just saying, among friends makes our life always easier, but also complicated, because being friends, I mean, we try to push each other. But talking about the signals that we have received from the market, Bupesh is right when he says that the customers, they don't have to us coming asking, oh, I would like private wireless. No, that's not the request. I mean, the request is that they have certain transformations on their existing operational technology business processes, and those transformations comes with changes on the devices ecosystem. It comes with changes on the applications ecosystems that they have. So what they used to have before from their IT business processes are not enough anymore to accommodate the mission critical applications that they are coming to us. And when they come to us with this new type of device, the new type of applications, like the example of the AR VR that we did in Mexico, we then, as a system integrator, we needed to find how can we harvest all the possibilities that we have inside of the ecosystem of AWS and Intel. And luckily, you guys offers us enough flexibility. So we know what we can use in terms of edge cloud infrastructure. We know what we can use in terms of Intel software stack and chipsets. And in that case, we can put all together and solve the customer problems.
Awesome. I mean, it's tremendous to hear the journey and together what we are creating for our end customers and helping them realize the business objectives. And what I hear from you, from Vico and from Bupesh, is we're working backwards from customers' business objectives. This is amazing, right? And for those of you who are here in MWC, we have a demo, and you must have seen the demo, and we'll have a demo link in the show notes in this video. Please please review through that demo, and you will see what Bupesh and Vico have been talking about. I'd like to turn to both of you and tell us briefly about what are the future features that you're bringing in, future exciting solutions that you are looking at. Maybe I'll start with you, Bupesh. Take a minute.
Yeah, so to look into the future, we have to go back into the past.
Yeah.
And the reason why I'm saying is that when we started this journey in 2018-ish, 2019 timeframe, right, private wireless was all about Industry 4.0. What we have seen in the last 3-4 years is, first, it is because of, it's not like, as Vico mentioned, no one is asking for private wireless. It's a business case who is driving the private wireless, right? So it's all about digital transformation, not about private 5G.
Yes.
So that's first learning. The second learning is that the use cases, the three big segments of the use cases that have come up is, one is the basic connectivity. Like I don't know like how many people know, but 7 out of 10 warehouses have no connectivity. And those warehouses who have connectivity, 55% of the area is without connectivity. 30% of the farms across the world have either zero or very poor connectivity. And when you're talking about this whole digital transformation of not only the industry, but also these verticals, you see a huge opportunity. So everyone is talking about the edge AI and all, which is the second part of my thing, but the basic connectivity is also important, connected workers, right? The second one is edge AI. Enterprises want to monetize the data that they have. They are sitting on tons of data. They want to mine the data, they want to analyze it, and then they want to take a real action, real-time decision making on those data. For that, you need an edge AI. And the third one is what we are looking at, smart buildings and hospitals and all. You're looking at the neutral host solutions kind of thing. So what we are seeing is the more in the past, while the focus was more on the edge AI, I think with the private wireless a little bit settling down from the hype, everyone is focusing on the connectivity and developing the solutions like Vico mentioned on the edge AI. But then there are industry leaders who are putting doing the investment on the neutral host side. That's on the overall use cases. Then what we are also seeing is the role of AI in the private wireless, not on the edge side, but also on the connectivity side. I think it's going to play a lot important role going forward, right? Because everyone would want an intelligent network. At one of the demo booths, right here at MWC, somebody was showing that the workers in a factory, automobile manufacturer, they have to screw the nut, 4 nuts in 20 seconds. And it has to be exactly the same way. So the tool that they have has to send the data, all the data, like the moment you put the tool on the nut, right? It captures the data, it has to send it, and then you get the okay from there. And it has to be done real-time basis, right? But for that one also, like right now we are talking about the tools. The next level, as you talk about, is like, hey, how do you put the intelligence in the network also? So.
Awesome. Vico, your
no, good. So talking about Gen AI, so one of the main features that we brought to Mobile World Congress and that we will keep building on top of that is exactly Gen AI. So during the pre-sales process, for example, Gen AI is helping us to select the proper solutions among different options that we have inside of our private network design studio. So when you go to the private network design studio, you ask Gen AI to give insights for specific types of use cases, what are the solutions that are available. Then the next step is that when you decide what type of projects you are going to deploy, the level of automation tools that is needed in order to accelerate the deployment is pretty high. So when in the past, we used to do most of the workloads deployments in the centralized cloud. Now we are pushing more and more and more to the edge. But when we push to the edge, we need certain combinations of hardware, cabling, radio units, softwares from different vendors, and all that it needs to be managed by automation tools. So we have in the demo what we call our O-Run automation tool that allows us to accelerate this staging of the hardware, cabling, and software before going to the site. And on the operations side, like Bupesh was saying, in order to leverage the data, the insights that are coming from the data that's being collected, Gen AI also has a crucial role. Okay, so we have requests from specific verticals, like agribusiness is asking us, I know you can give me insights about what is happening on the connectivity side, what is happening on the radio, what's happening on the devices, but I would like a step further. So I would like to understand what are the insights that comes from the environment that actually can help me to improve my business process. So that in the similar way we have like dashboards using Gen AI for agribusiness, dashboard using Gen AI for smart cities, smart mobility, smart building, like he was describing, and then you have dashboards that are specific for different types of manufacturing facilities.
Awesome. Yeah. I mean, I see a tremendous journey, both of you, that you are taking for evolving the private wireless network, and I'm really see and I'm taken back what you said, Bupesh, on the potential that we have. You know, how many warehouses are still unconnected, how many smart homes is still unconnected. And Vico, from you, I see, you know, the potential of, you know, how easily it will be automated and how easily it will make the whole operations, right? It's a tremendous journey, and we at AWS are very thankful for the partnership. And together, I think we'll continue this journey going into year 2025, and we'll bring more solutions to the private wireless market with our integrated private wireless offering. And I hope to see you both next year in Barcelona, and we'll talk about the future that we just talked about in next session next year.
Absolutely.
Thank you for being here.
Yeah. Thank you for having us here.